We're calling the meeting of the Dudley Agricultural Advisory Commission to order, and this meeting is being recorded. So let's stand now for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First order of business is I make a motion to accept the minutes as written from the last meeting, which was held in June. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, unanimous. Okay, on to the next. New business. I printed off the agenda for you. Want one? Like I said, don't mind the colors. My printer kind of went a little haywire. Okay, do we want to get into the Apple Festival right now, or do we want to wait until Victor gets here?
I think we should wait. Let's wait until Victor gets here.
Okay. So, one of the things is the Selectmen's Liaison, Carrie. Now that all the stuff is all been completed with the town and everything, I was thinking maybe our next meeting, we should try to invite him to see if he can attend, so we can see what we're all about and what we're trying to do, and if he has any help, for, any assistance or any suggestions for us. So you think that'll be good?
Mm-hmm.
And then that way he can hear.
Are you going to ask, or do you want Chris Ann to reach out, since I know she was the one that originally reached out?
I think we'll have Chris Ann
Okay.
reach out to him and see. And if she can't, one of us can always reach out to him.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be a good idea. Because at least this way we'll have somebody on the selectmen board that when we have issues come up, we can at least go to him for some guidance or suggestions. Okay, now one thing, it's kind of like old business, kind of like new business. We got the grant from the state for $2,500. It's just a matter of filling out some paperwork that I'm working with Michelle on.
Perfect.
To get the town administrator to do what he has to too in order for us to get the funds. So what I was thinking is if we can come up with some suggestions for stuff to do over the winter time. I did get an email from the other day on our Dudley AgCom, Tyler Maycath. He's now in charge of with the town. I mean with the state rather, with dealing with like APR restrictions and all that information like that.
Who does he work with?
So he's the new APR stewardship planner for the Mass Department of Agricultural Resources covering Dudley. So.
Very interesting.
So anyway, I responded back to him and asked him if he would be interested in doing a seminar on APR land. Because we haven't had one of those in a long time, and I know there's still a lot of open land in Dudley that could qualify for APR versus just 61A. So I was thinking that could be one of our upcoming seminars in the winter.
So my question about this grant is, I was under the impression that it was for like festivals.
Mm-hmm.
So am I hearing that we don't, like it's not just for Ag Day, it could be for something else?
Well, when I did up the actual grant application, I put on there also for seminars, for teaching seminars. It's not just for festivals,
Okay.
because it's called for festivals and projects.
Okay.
So we could lump that into our Dudley Agricultural Seminar classes or something like that.
Okay, that makes me feel very relieved, because I was like, how are we gonna do this for Dudley Ag Day in 3 weeks?
Yeah, no, we can use, some of them, but we don't get this money until next year anyway.
Right.
So it's not really going to affect this year's Ag Day. That will use what money we had left from last year.
okay.
I mean, I'm sure as long as we could maybe talk to the library about getting a space or something, I mean, MDR would come and do it for free.
Yeah, we could
They would
try
do
that.
a speaking thing for free.
I would love to do a symposium like we did, I mean, in a mini form, like the garden club did at QVCC this winter, and we had different topics and people teaching, and
If you want to
we could
run
do
with
a
it,
whole day of it.
you want to run with it, you can. I'm sure we could get one of these rooms if need be. Maybe the senior center again, we could check on like we did the canning class. That's another thing, if you guys want to do something else like that during the winter, that would be good. You know, so just think about that.
And we can use this festival's money to pay speakers, correct?
Yes, because I put that on the grant application for speakers, fees, and any associated costs, like if we have to pay for a mileage or something for them to come
Yep.
down, we could use that for that. We can use it towards next year's Apple Festival. We could use it towards next year's.
Doesn't it have to be spent
So
by-
what is what's the
I
range?
think it has to be spent
of the
by
grant?
July
I don't
something.
know, I'll have to look that up further, but I think it's for all of 2024.
Is it a fiscal year 24 or is it calendar year 24?
I
I
think
don't
it's
think it-
calendar
I don't
year
think it
24
is.
because they said it starts as of January. I think, I'll have to look it up further and see.
Because I thought it was like July to July.
I'll check it
Well,
out.
because it was FY 24, we would have received it already.
Yeah,
It would have been received as of July 1 if the contracts were all signed. So.
and see, they just didn't start giving out the money until last week,
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
started with the grants. So, I mean, I'm happy about that we
Yeah,
did get
that is
that, so
excellent
that's gonna
news.
help
That is
us out a
great news.
lot.
Yeah.
Now, I also asked him if he knew of other, organizations or, looking for the page.
Can I see the email?
Yeah,
If you're done with that.
yeah, I've got another copy of it. Cause I printed off two, hoping that my blue toner would start to work, but it didn't. So, let's see, what was the other ones? It's not on here, but he sent me, I can forward it to you all. It was, some other interesting topics, you know, like the apiary. Nope, it's Victor. Hi, Victor.
We have to go get it.
Oh, okay, you're
Oh,
downstairs?
you got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yep, bye. Yeah, he's downstairs. He never got the badge to come in, so.
I got the badge and it's useless.
I used it to get
Mine's
in one
worked.
night.
Mine's not working.
Okay, so getting back to this, he gave me some other suggestions too for other people that we could contact for different topics and stuff. So I was thinking like maybe, you know, a couple of them like right after Christmas. I wouldn't try to do anything before Christmas. Because I think that
even
would
in
be too
January
crazy.
is I think February and March is the perfect
Yeah.
time because people are starting to think about their gardens. They're starting
Yep.
to get.
Yep. But like the APR stuff, we could do that in January.
Yeah.
You know, because that's not really anything to do with gardening
Right.
or bees or anything like
But
that.
we could make it part of
But
that day, though.
We
You
could.
know what I mean?
We could do it like twice too, because it's the APR questions, and then he also sent out a link that I posted on our Facebook
I
page
saw that.
about any of the farmers that have been affected by all the flooding and all the crop damage and everything. It looks like there is money available, but you have to apply for it through the state. And so I put it out there. Anybody's interested to look at it and go to that link and apply it. Again, it's on our Facebook page, Dudley AgCom. And anything that I see that, or comes to my attention, or if you get anything, you can always let me know and we can put it up there. I probably will put it on the one that we share with the Grange as well.
Absolutely.
So that way people can also see it there, and maybe see if we could put it on the town one too as well.
Do we know if any of our farms were severely impacted?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, Victor, maybe.
Yeah.
Chris Ann might be.
Man of the hour. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's okay.
Glad to see you're here and you're up and about.
Went from the hayfield to the farm to breed out in Northbridge.
I'm surprised you're still doing that.
Thank you.
We,
I'll let you.
We were wondering, Victor, MDR currently is putting out money for relief, in resources, I should say, related to the flooding and the frost freeze events of the year. Do you know anybody that has been directly impacted by that in this town?
yeah.
Oh no, did you not hear me? It's okay. It's okay. Linda, you're
What
sitting
she-
closer. You can see
yeah.
it.
What Katie was saying is, do you know of any farmers, including yourself, that was affected by the flooding and the freeze earlier in the year? Because MDR sent us a link, and I put it out on our website, about if you're interested in applying for some assistance to help
Okay.
with the crop damage, you can go to that link, and it has different things that you can apply for assistance. So, have you heard of anybody that,
I haven't.
okay,
Let me know if I'm ringing.
no, you're
Okay.
fine.
I turned them up. So, the ASCS usually calls me if there's something that they think I'm eligible for.
Yeah,
They're real good at that, but I haven't heard of any other farm doing it. I
okay.
mean, technically, number-wise, we're not bad.
Mhm.
Hard to believe, but after
I know the western part of the
I
state.
mean, I haven't finished
Yeah.
first cutting, but.
Yeah, neither have I, so I'm right with you.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear. I mean, that's a positive, right? That nobody was severely impacted here, because I know that everybody been impacted differently between that frost and then the freeze with peaches and fruits, and then the flooding with
Yeah.
crops, and it being so early in the
We're
season.
no peaches.
Yeah, no, there is none.
And I know from the company that I work for, there's been massive amounts of buildings that have mold in them now
Yeah.
because of all the water and the flooding and everything. Because once the water dissipates, it takes a little while for the mold to actually grow. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this could
I
go
know.
on for quite a long time with damage to
I
it.
know a lot of times in the program, when they call me, it's a certain amount you have to lose too to be in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, that would have what you would need to qualify for it, and,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure it's not going to be, well, I lost my 6 tomato plants.
Yeah.
It would have to be
Yeah, it has to
something
be
major.
large scale damage.
Yeah.
Something that's really cutting in on the bottom line for the year.
But that's good, you put things like that on the website.
Yeah, as I see them, and if, like I said, if you see anything, just bounce it over to me and I can put it out there onto the websites. And just to let people know that there is help available. So that's one thing, and then we were just talking about, this person, Tyler from MDR. He contacted me the other day on email about, him now being in charge of the APR land and stuff. So we were talking also about, doing seminars during the winter time, and that possibly being one.
Yeah,
And, you know, maybe fitting it in with others. So, I mean, that's just the planning stage right now. And if you have any ideas for upcoming courses, and we got the grant, like,
I saw that.
so that's gonna be a big help. We were just getting to see, when the fiscal year was. So you're pretty much up to speed now. So, anyway, now that you're here, the Apple Festival that's coming up at the end of this month that we want to be part of and have our own little spot. Now, do you know, have you contacted the the Grange about a spot for us?
So I ran into Ed Bazinet at the library, and I said I need to get in touch with his daughter-in-law who's doing the craft fair, and he's like, no, we know to expect you, the Grange knows something's, so I haven't reached out, but they know.
Okay,
And he didn't even know that there would be crafters on the common.
really?
So, I will reach out to Deb and just,
Just make sure we
Confirm.
have a spot.
Yes.
Well,
But
and see if
we're
our
going to-
spot, I mean, I know we have the farmer's market and we need to be near that, but if we could be a little bit closer to the rest of the festivities.
yeah, it's gonna depend
But
on.
not split.
Cause I know they get the Old Sturbridge Village crafters, and they
Mhm.
usually go on that side of the
Gotcha.
common.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. Just as long as we're seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
We're
were
gonna
like
hope for
kind
better
of,
weather. We were kind of off in the offshoots. Not that
Yeah.
that was it was still a decent space, but.
and there's a major hurricane brewing out in the Gulf out in the Atlantic right now, so.
It'll be passed.
Let's hope that Lee decides to turn out and not come at us like last year when we had the hurricane that came up and drenched us.
Still had a good time.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We had some visitors to our booth,
Yep.
and
Lots of pumpkins.
don't mind the coloring on this because my toner kind of like screwed up. Those really aren't the colors on there.
That's okay. It's orange themed.
Yes, it's orange themed. So, this year I kind of put us up at the top,
Love that.
so now that we have a presence somewhat, that people kind of know that we exist. And, the thing is, the other fun events, we're gonna do the pumpkin decorating,
Have we found
as long as I can
pumpkins?
find pumpkins.
I know that, is it Red Tail Valley Farm on the Woodstock Comfort line just posted today that they do have pie pumpkins. I have no idea what their prices are or how many they have, but I know that pumpkins are hard to find this year.
Yep. And
Last
that
time
might,
you got them at Runnings, right?
yes,
Mine
and
didn't
I
make it.
have the gift card
Oh,
for
that's
them,
right.
so.
Set it up.
So I'm kind of, did you get any? Nothing? So I'm kind of hoping that,
About Woodstock Farms, they talk to Amy about,
I haven't.
but
I
see,
can talk to my cousin at Woodstock Farms.
okay,
How many you
The-
looking for and what size?
You know,
well, the small
The
ones,
pie
like,
pumpkins.
the pie pumpkins,
small ones
about
for
like
the
that
kids.
big.
Yeah.
I don't want
know.
anything like
What
big,
do we have last
big,
year,
or,
30 or
Say
so?
at 30,
I think I got 30 of them
30,
last year, and that,
40, I think somewhere in there
Yeah,
should be.
somewhere
It all
around
depends
30,
on the
40.
weather, because we
Yeah.
could have
Oh,
30 and then have it be rainy and take a bunch home, or it could be beautiful sunshine and a perfect fall day, and then.
I'll get back
Wow.
to you.
yeah, let me know about that.
I
It's
think Rick
just,
might have said there's got zilch. But
so
I could be
I'm
making
kind of hoping that Runnings, where they're a big corporation, that they might truck some in from
Yeah.
somewhere. So, that, I know as of last Saturday, there was none there yet. And I asked them before when they expect them, and they weren't sure. So, I mean, and then if they are coming in from like the Midwest, they've been dealing with massive heat
I was
and
gonna say,
drought.
you don't want them now, it's too hot.
So, I mean, yeah, and right now you don't want them because they'll all spoil.
Yeah,
And I have no place to put them.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get them the week before.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, is I go down like the weekend before
Yeah.
and get them all. And then, like the stickers and stuff like that, I can pick those up at Dollar Store.
Yeah.
That's no big deal because they're already starting to put out a lot of the Halloween.
They are. I was
And-
just there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Victor, I forgot. I know I shouldn't do this now, but you wanted a lollipop last time, so I brought you a lollipop.
Here you go.
Thank you. You don't forget it. do
I
you?
don't.
So about the seeds, I texted my contact at Ocean State Job Lot. I didn't hear anything back. So I filled out the form on their website. I have not heard anything back. So
Okay.
as of right now, it's not looking like we're gonna have seeds.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you send me just the letterhead? I'll draft a few.
Yeah.
I'll draft a few things to Ocean State, not Ocean State, Big Lots.
Do they sell seeds?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Maybe they
I don't
don't.
know if they did.
I don't know.
Option
I
gave us
don't
5
go there
packs last year.
We can ask Abishans,
We
why
can
not?
ask them if they could come up with a few more than 5
Yeah.
packs.
Let me think.
Now, if we do soil testing,
Mm-hmm.
do we have money to pay for postage, or we have nothing in our budget?
Nothing in the budget right now.
So,
So, I mean,
what do we do for soil testing?
Well, when is town meeting? That's in October, right?
Yeah.
Because technically, and
I
I'm not
can
saying it'll
still-
pass, but technically it was tabled for next town meeting.
Right.
So it should be on the warrant, if you wanna double check that it's on the warrant.
yeah, I have to talk to
For-
Michelle anyway on
I'd
Monday.
hate to hold,
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'd hate to hold it, but I wonder if we're able to pass that, you know, whatever we asked for $1,000 or whatever it was,
1,500,
1,500.
the same thing,
If they're able to pass that, then we should be good.
but that'll be after the fact.
Yeah. That will be. How much did it cost? Did we send the last samples out?
Well, we only had a couple of people that brought their soil, and they gave us checks,
Okay.
and we paid for the postage to mail it
How much
up.
was the postage roughly?
About $5.
Okay. I
mean,
say we
it's
still do
nothing-
it if there's an absolute I mean, I'm happy to donate $10 to the cause to.
Well, I was gonna say we could pay and then get reimbursed.
That too.
Is
We
that
can do
legal?
that. I can see.
Yeah, find out if we could do that. Like, could we do a payment and then a reimbursement or something like that? I
Well,
mean,
that's what we were doing for the other stuff too.
Yeah,
We would pay for
exactly.
it and then
And then we
submit
would
the
But we
receipt.
had money
Yeah,
in the budget at the time, it wasn't retroactive.
yeah,
I don't know what the laws are.
I don't know.
Yeah, just ask. Find out. I mean, I say we still do it, and
Do we have enough forms left, or do I need to contact University of Maine?
I haven't even looked in the box. I'll check and
Alright.
see. Did you have anybody during the Strawberry Festival?
No, cause we weren't advertising it.
Okay, so then there's some still left in there,
Alright.
the little boxes and the forms. So, let me put this down.
So you want me to bring my tractor up there?
If you want,
if you can,
if you can.
They kept busy going in and out.
Oh, yeah.
kids love tractors.
Oh, yeah.
Adults love tractors too.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'd bring an old one too, but they're less
Yeah.
safe for climbing in
Oh,
and out.
yeah, there's more things that they can get hurt on.
And
Well,
we
there's
cannot
more
park
things in
them
the
on
big
the.
one, but I can lock it good.
Yeah,
you know.
well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
There's more
the
things that,
emergency brakes don't
Well,
work
as long
that
as
good
we
on my
can
old
have it
one.
parked like right in front.
Right,
Yeah,
we
like we
can't park
did.
it on the grass.
Can't park it on the grass, but
No,
if we
but
could
on the
either
road.
that, or depending on where we end up, I wonder if we could park it in like, on the blacktop that goes around. We
in
could,
the U.
we'll
We'll
find
figure
a
it
We'll
out.
place.
figure it out.
We'll find a place.
I did send out an email to the, everyone who was involved in the plant hop.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten any responses back. So I can send out another reminder.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, just say
we
we're
get
looking
somebody
for a
else.
final count, and, if you need any help, let me know. I can follow up with phone calls.
'Cause-
And then we need to get some PR out, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I wanted to go over this, make sure that this looks okay and we can get this up and going.
I would say the only
So-
thing, and I don't even think it's a thing, I think we still leave it on there, but obviously want your thoughts, is the soil testing. I mean, if it ends up being we have 30 soil tests, we can figure it out what we're gonna do, but if we get a couple or, you know, we can,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
we
say we
can-
leave it and,
Yeah, and it's gonna be the same thing, is the people would provide a check made out to the state of Maine, and they just bring their soil samples with them, or run back and get them like the people did at the Strawberry Festival, cause they didn't know that we were actually gonna be doing it. So, we can still offer that. that shouldn't be a problem. And then the only other thing is the seeds. And if there's anything else you can think of, you know, that might be fun, that's agricultural based. And one thing I wanted to ask you too is if you have any literature, like on the invasive plants, or could get anything from.
Let me look, I can always reach out to a couple of colleagues at UMass.
And about
to
triple
see.
E,
Invasive plants.
invasive plants and triple E.
Are we also looking at invasive pests or just?
Sure. Sure, just to get the word out to people. You know, cause we did the pest, we did the Asian
Yep,
longhorn and the
yep.
lanternfly.
Yep,
So if we can get something, if there's any
Invasive
other ones that are
plants.
out there now,
yeah.
you know, who knows? There's always something literally popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to invite the, land trust to set up a table?
Sure,
Yeah. I would say
Sure,
anybody
they can-
ag-related that wants to do it.
Yes.
Do we think Local for Life will set anything up? I know Christiane's not here, but.
I can reach out to them. They
Maybe
may
they
be
can
setting
do
up at the
something.
Grange, I don't know.
Okay. Maybe they have another activity for kids or something, I don't know. I mean, we can definitely make sure, and if you wanna look through and let me know, if we have any of those fall brochures from UMass, like
oh, I can print those up, that's not a problem.
prepping your garden for fall.
Yeah, deer
planting garlic,
resistant.
deer resistant.
Yeah, I have some of
putting the
those
garden to
still.
bed.
I think I've got the fall ones downstairs in my basement.
Okay.
But if not, I can print some more of those, it's no big deal for
great.
that. As long as I can get my printer to
Up
print.
and running.
Yes. I just had a thought and it just went right through. I mean, we're doing good considering this is our third year. I mean, we've learned from the past. And, one other thing too is I was thinking of that I saw on a website was like a cornhole game. But if we had for like a prize, something ag related. You know,
How do you award it? Like, you'd have to,
well, it would be a little game, you know, the first person to get three of the bean bags in the hole.
oh, so you're not talking like an overall champion?
No, 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 no. No, the first person that can get like 3 into the
You can have a pack of seeds.
or a
Here's a-
pumpkin.
Here's a packet of seeds.
I do
But-
still have a bag of soil in my garage.
But we kind of need little pots and. But I was thinking of like if, of course, they've got a lot of the stuff already put away, you know, in the clearance section, you know, like some little hand tools or something like that.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a toughie. I think
Yeah.
that like, as an aside, like a cornhole thing, if that's something that we could afford eventually, like
Yeah.
to have set up, or
Yeah,
maybe that could be part of this 2,500 for like a festival. Maybe that's something
It
that
could
we could
be.
set up for like the strawberry festival if we can't get it in time. But that might be something cool to like incorporate in if we could
Yeah,
have like
I just thought it was a cute idea, something like that.
or something for adults to do while
And then another
kids
one-
interact.
Yeah, there was another one too. They had like those little traffic cones that are about like this big, and they had them spray painted like candy corn, and it was a ring toss,
Oh, that's cute.
you know, on a couple of hay bales, you know.
That's cute.
Just some different ideas, maybe
Yeah.
for the spring or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
we're
Maybe
gonna do,
maybe
or-
we can look at, like I said, that grant money and see
Yeah,
if
and-
there's some activities we could get that will enhance our booth space at these events to bring more people in and get people to stick around and talking to us and having a good time.
sounds
Yeah.
like a plan.
I say we also maybe get like a mascot costume, like, you know, they have Spot or whatever the dog's name is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Victor dress up in it.
Ooh.
And then Victor can be, you know, Mr. Pumpkin or something. They used to have that on Rosina's Farms, Mr. Pumpkin. So maybe you could take over Mr. Pumpkin and you can voice him in the background. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Victor. I'm kidding.
He looks like he's gonna whack you with his cane.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would dress up in a costume. I'd have no problem with that as long as it wasn't like 95 degrees
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was at the Strawberry Festival this year.
Or like today.
I have a cow onesie. Just kidding. I don't
That
know how
would-
well it'd go over, but
That would be good if it was cold like it was last
I know.
year.
I know.
Some hay bales for decoration.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes, that would be wonderful. Seeing that mine are already gone.
Some corn stalks.
Yeah.
I could probably get some
That's-
stuff. I mean, I know it's not local here, but it is local within the state. I could probably get some like cranberry information since October will be cranberry
Oh,
month.
sure, sure. Anything different.
Yeah.
Because we want to put some different stuff on the table because we've had the same stuff for the past couple of
Maybe
events.
we could ask
So-
like a decus or an ocean spray if they had like dried cranberry. No, because then we need a board of health permit, right? We need a board of health permit to give out
3 samples.
free samples.
I don't know if we need to.
She's serve
It
safe,
depends on
so.
Do we? I know.
what we're giving out. Like, I think we could do cherry tomatoes because it's an ag product. We can't
Mhm.
do cut tomatoes because that's processed.
So like, if they had like the little bags of sweetened dried cranberries.
If it's a bag, like the
Yeah, like a-
individual
Yeah.
servings, yeah,
Yeah.
we wouldn't need anything.
No.
for that.
Okay,
No.
I wasn't sure.
No.
I wasn't sure if we would need anything. Maybe we could do something like.
Because I mean, that's like handing out a granola bar. Like,
Yeah. Instead of doing like candy,
It's already
be like,
packaged.
here's some dried cranberries, kids. I like
Yeah.
dried cranberries.
I do
so.
too. They're really good. Yeah, if you want to check into that,
I'll check into that.
see if they have anything that they would like to contribute.
I can check into
Yeah, any type of new ideas. Nothing's gonna be shot down, you know. Looking to draw more people to us. So, let's see. I think that's about it. I mean,
We'll put some posters up.
yep, we're going to do that. As long as you are in agreement that this looks good like this, you want any changes made to it?
I would take off the seeds because we don't know.
Okay. That can be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that can you know, if we have them, we have them. I mean, I don't know who else you could contact, really. Home Depot had some.
Yeah, I have.
They had
Home Depot on my
seeds.
list. I could contact the Oxford and the Auburn one.
I think they've
What about
already been sent
robins?
back.
Have they?
What about Robbins?
We could ask Robbins.
Robbins Garden Center?
Is that what they normally do? They send them back?
Yeah, because all of the burpee ones get sent back, and then they go to Connecticut and Rhode Island master gardeners who dish them out.
How do they dish them out? Can they dish them out to us?
I'm not sure. Their website says Connecticut and Rhode Island only, but I know when I went to pick up last year for the Quiet Corner Garden Club in Connecticut, there was a group from Mass that was picking up. So,
Maybe.
So maybe if there's not enough of a demand in Connecticut and Rhode Island, they
they have so many seats.
branch out.
Yeah, so I think we can probably get them for the Sherway Festival.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which might be too
Yeah,
late.
it
but-
might be too.
Or
too
for our
late to go.
winter event or whatever.
Yeah,
Sure.
Um, Yeah.
Yeah, like
So
if
yeah,
we're
we
doing
could
it.
always move that, or you could always just put in like in that place, like move it over a little bit and just say
Yeah.
like, no, because you already have like just chat about farming. I was gonna say you could write like, come with your garden questions.
Good, because
Yeah.
I can answer.
You can answer some things.
Me too.
I know I commented on something where somebody was asking if rain barrels are allowed in the town.
Oh, yes.
And I said they are encouraged around Earth Day. You can order your rain barrel from the
Yes.
Great American Rain Barrel Company at a discounted price and pick it up at the town dump. I plan on ordering another one this year.
Go.
Price of water.
Yeah, okay, so I can put that, I'll reword it, and once I do it up, I'll send it out to you guys. Let me know if there's anything else you wanna change on it, or add to it. You see anything, Victor? No? You good?
He just wants to add in Victor in a mascot outfit on there. Like a pictures with Santa, pictures with Victor.
There you go.
And Katie in her cow
I didn't hear
costume.
that.
You don't want to hear it.
She said you can dress up as the mascot and have pictures taken, you know, like pictures with Santa. We can have pictures with Victor.
As long as I have a mask, yes. So, maybe a small hay bale maze for the young kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that, just one layer, you know, not
it was-
multiple, so.
A big project to do the other one, but it went
Yeah.
over big.
Oh, yeah, the kids loved
But,
it.
it
but
was a
just
lot of work.
Yeah, just a small one, you know, nothing, you know, too high either,
Somewhere
because.
right there by the decorating, you know.
Yeah, because I kept
Yeah.
yelling at the kids to get off the top of them before they fell on top of them, because the older kids were trying to climb on top, and they weren't, you know, the bales weren't staked down, they were just placed. And they weren't listening very well.
I'm surprised. Kids not listening. I was gonna say it'd be cool if we could do like kind of a
But the little ones
little
loved
photo
it.
area with the bale that's and
Photo
stuff.
booth, that would be
Yeah.
Like
cool.
a photo, yeah. Like I wonder, like we could probably get like a thing or two of moms, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you had like any,
acorn,
like
I
a little
don't-
display of flowers at that time of
If
season.
I have flowers, they're gonna be for sale. And I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know that I will. But I definitely won't have mums.
Yeah,
That'd be cool
Okay.
to do something like that where people could take pictures.
yeah. Do like a little display like in the
Yeah,
picture.
like in the picture.
With the corn and the pumpkin and the nice big
And we can have
mom.
our sign, our right to farm sign, and people can hold our Dudley right to farm sign.
Yep. Because I have a couple of the
Be
road
cute.
signs left,
Perfect. Bring one or two.
so,
We'll have them out for pictures.
yes.
So replace the seed thing with photo op.
Yeah, do photo op. Fall photo ops. Could be fun.
Yeah,
Get a couple big pumpkins when we go to runnings. Or I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll have a big pumpkin I can bring by then.
oh yeah. I mean, they have them all different sizes,
Yeah.
and they're usually reasonable,
Yeah.
you know. A lot more so than a lot of the other stores. That's why I ended up going there in the first place the last couple of years.
Maybe we can see if they have like a
And-
corn stalk or something too.
I really haven't.
Oh,
Do you
perfect.
have corn stalks?
Do you have corn stalks, Victor?
Corn stalks you can bring,
I
right?
got-
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah,
Perfect.
so if you
So-
bring
I
corn
mean, not a lot
stalk.
of few, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to put into a picture like this, you know, as,
Oh.
as a backdrop, and we'll have a bale of hay that they can sit on. We'll get a mum
Yep.
and
can
the,
do a
little
the
picture.
pumpkin and
Bale of hay to sit on, is that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bale of
Yeah.
hay to sit on. You know, we could put the flowers
Somebody
next
wants
to
to
it
make
if they
a-
want
Scarecrow, that'd be nice.
to.
If you give me the hay, I'll make a scarecrow.
Okay.
I will. I'll make a scare. I haven't made a scarecrow in what, 20 years? I'll make a scarecrow.
Now that Christmas tree's gone, that's where I used to get
I
my
know.
scarecrows.
Well, now we're gonna make a real scarecrow.
Okay, we can do that.
So, just come get some hay sometime.
I'll come and get some hay from you, and we'll make a scarecrow. I'm
There you
excited.
go. We can have that right behind,
Arts and
right
crafts.
next to the.
Just help yourself from the hay barn side of the road.
All right.
Take whatever you need.
Sounds good. You'll see me putting it in a bag, or maybe I'll just make my scarecrow there.
There you
and
go.
then
That would be the best
bring the
thing.
scarecrow
Overalls? You
back.
need overalls for the scarecrow.
I'll find some.
Some old jeans.
I'll find something. I can always go to Salvation Army and see
Oh yeah.
what they have. I know I have some plaid shirts. I could.
So that'd be nice right in back, you know, and actually if you
Yeah.
wanted to and put it on a stick, you know,
Yeah.
you could put
Pound
it
it in the
in the
ground.
string of the,
Stake it.
to stand up in the string of the hay bale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. That's my job. That's my takeaway.
Because
I have to make a
remember
scarecrow.
when we were doing the pumpkins, the moms that wanted to take pictures of the kids,
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
think
So
that
that'd be
would be a
really
good
cute.
idea.
Like when they're done with their pumpkins, they bring their pumpkins over and they hold it.
Yeah.
And we have our little Dudley has a right to farm sign there
Yeah,
and the
and then they
hay
can take
bale, and it'll be a
pictures.
cute little memory.
Yeah, they can take
I like
pictures
it.
on their phones.
I like it. I like it.
So I think last year I brought the tractor up and parked there,
Yep,
and then I put some hay bales there, so when you come, you can pull right in there. if you
yes.
want. So you don't have to,
Yeah, go all the way
Perfect.
over in the back,
then we
cause I'll
can
have
just
the,
unload right from your car.
yeah, I'll have the tent, I'll have the pumpkins, the tables. You'll have to let me know if you want one or two of them, cause we have two,
I say we bring two.
okay?
we don't have
else?
a back for it, do we?
For the canopy, oh yeah, that has a back.
Oh, so if it is raining.
It has a back to it. It has the sandbags to fill up or to
Okay,
put
good.
something in that you
Did
can
we have
anchor
the
it
back on it
down.
last year when it was
No.
raining?
No,
Oh,
It wasn't
didn't have
really
it.
raining last year.
It was just wet and
yeah, we didn't put
dreary and
we didn't put
yucky.
ours up. We had
Oh.
Chris Ann's and
Sands, yeah.
I think
Oh,
they
I
were
thought
both
we
Chris
put-
Ann's.
There was
all
two
right,
up.
back in your truck.
Yeah, there was two of them. There
Yeah,
was
there
a
was
big
two,
one that we
but-
were under, and then there was another smaller one where we had the seeds and the hay bale.
Yeah,
wasn't
but
one of them
this is
yours?
a big one.
Wasn't one of them yours?
I don't know, did I bring one? Maybe
I
it
think
was.
don't
so
know. I think
because
it might
there
have
were
been
two of them
yours.
that were already up, and I had the new one in the truck.
Do you need another one?
We'll have to probably have to have two of them to cover the,
Well, I can-
especially if it's gonna rain.
I can bring
No,
another
we're
one.
not going to say that
My-
word. It's not going to
No.
rain. It's going to be a beautiful, crisp,
Jennifer
fall,
has a big-
sunny day. It's going to be a beautiful,
That's-
sunny day.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Crisp enough where you can wear your plaid flannel, but not yucky out.
Where you're totally drenched
Correct.
and you're squishing
Correct.
as you walk. Cause that wasn't fun. And this is rain or shine, as far as I know. There is no rain
Yeah,
date
no,
or anything. It's just like the Strawberry Festival, rain or shine. So if you have any other ideas,
Photo booth was my
We're
idea.
good.
That's what you got.
Photo
That
booth is
and the
good.
scarecrow.
yep. And like the can't talk tonight. The cornhole thing, we can do that for the spring.
Yeah.
And then maybe we could get like some little, like little kid gardening tools or,
Yeah.
some little things like that.
Do
or
something. Do
a little
something as little
pot with
prizes.
a couple,
Or something.
yeah, a little pot with some dirt,
I just
with some
don't- where
dirt
are we
in
gonna
it.
do that at the Strawberry Festival? There's no room.
Well, the way they have it set up, but if we could get like off to the side a little bit more and not be, cause where I was during which one did I do?
You did last year.
I did the
The
plant hop thing.
yes.
And I was all by myself between the hamburger shack and the main entrance to the Grange. And I had that whole area there.
But that's not available
So,
for Strawberry Festival.
No, that's all filled with people.
So you're thinking
But-
plant swap,
We could do the plant swap,
mean
we could do
plant-
something, plant
plant
hop.
hop.
Yeah, the plant hop.
Yeah.
We could do something like that then, or,
I mean, I didn't see that many kids though.
no, not at the plant thing,
So
but at the Strawberry Festival, yeah. Maybe we could see if they could give us a bigger spot, but, not a little 2x2 stuck between people. Even if we have to go a little bit more off to the side. Just as long as we're with the rest of the people, so they're not like, oh yeah, they're too far away, I ain't gonna bother.
yeah.
So, We can-
Did I miss, do we have a list of who's coming, what,
I have heard from nobody. So Chris Ann and I
so
will be
you
there.
sent to everyone?
I sent an email out, yeah.
Chris Ann said she was gonna bring,
So I'm gonna follow up.
Hopefully
Yeah.
Palmerton,
Yeah.
I don't know, Chris Ann said she was gonna bring me,
okay.
so she'll at least have that, in her coolers and stuff. I don't know what you wanna bring, if you want to,
I was just gonna be there.
okay.
Victor is bringing himself and the tractor.
Awesome.
And the bales of hay.
And the bales of hay.
That's what, and a corn
And the corn.
stalk.
Can't forget the corn stalks.
Yep.
Okay, so I think that's a pretty good start for the ag day rather.
And what time does it start again? 10?
I put it down the same time as what we had
Yeah.
last year, so I'm guessing it's
So
10.
if we're there by 9:30, we should be
So
fine.
That-
that's the
yeah. For
time that they
parking?
use.
For parking earlier, but to
Yeah, to
set
set
up.
up.
Like, I'll probably either have Matt drop me off, or I'll go down early, park my car, go
Because the
home.
crafters are gonna be there too, setting up.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we get there about 9.
About 9 should be fine.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will be there.
Okay, so that pretty much does that. Apple Festival. And we did suggestions for upcoming agricultural promotional stuff. During the winter time, we want to have some seminars and different things. Because your canning class went over great.
And I figured out how we can do a pressure canning class.
Ooh, that would be good.
We can pressure can water.
Ooh.
I'm sorry,
it's
what was that?
We can pressure
Ooh.
can water, because it's too, like, anything that you pressure can has to be in there for like an hour and 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I mean? But if
You're gonna lose
if we
interest,
put
too.
water in, we can say, okay,
Hey, it's a teaching
it's the
thing.
process.
Yeah,
right?
this is the
So,
process how you do it. Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, if we want to do another preserve
yep.
type of deal, we can do that. Because I mean, the senior center is great for it.
Yes.
That worked out
Yep.
perfect. Or any other type of class that has to do with, I don't know, you can't really do bread because that requires a long process with the yeast and everything. But
It can be done.
like,
It can be done. I've done it.
I was thinking like maybe like a muffin, you know, a specialty muffin or something, you know, if we have to do something like that. Some other kind of food, you know, from scratch, not from a box.
I know, but
Salsa.
if you can read, you can make
Salsa.
muffins.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised, the people that don't know how to do it.
How about how to make a pie? A fresh pie.
I don't like pie, so don't look at me.
Well, would you at least be there because you're serve safe? Maybe somebody else knows how to make a pie.
Maybe Chris Ann does.
Maybe Chris Ann knows how to make a pie. Maybe she could make a meat pie. Wasn't she doing a
She
thing?
was doing meat classes. With
So maybe she could do a meat pie. The best
Yeah,
way to make one.
have her head a class on something.
I love it. Tell Chris Ann she has to contact Carrie and she has to do a meat pie. That's what happens when you don't go. You get a list of things.
Because I had fun at that canning class. So, yeah, I'm sure she's going to love that. Okay, so that pretty much does it for new business. For old business, how did the Strawberry Festival go? I wasn't there. I was
I think it went well.
out
They
of commission.
They loved the handouts.
Loved the cow stuff.
Did
Good
they?
gravy. It was gone like in a matter of like a little bit. Then we
Really?
had to give like the hats that we were wearing away. Like I gave my
Yeah.
hat away to you know somebody who wanted it, and they weren't just little kids getting them. They were teenagers and adults
That
too.
wanted them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think definitely moving forward, I know it's the Strawberry Festival, but given that Chris Ann is a dairy farmer and we are a town that has a rich history of dairy farming,
Mm-hmm.
I think having dairy stuff is cool. So we can maybe do an order again for some stuff from New England Dairy and get some more cow hats and
Yeah,
more
and,
squishy cows and go from there.
and then we can also see about getting some strawberry plants too,
Yes. Or
earlier
something.
in the season. Yeah, because it was kind of late and a lot of them were sold out. But you can get them
Yeah.
in packs of 25. So even if we just get where you've got the dirt and just get some cheap pots that they have them like 100 of them for like $15 on Amazon. We get those, stick a plant in it, and you have a strawberry plant to go. Because I was thinking, what made me think of that was strawberry shortcake. You have strawberries, so I'm thinking the strawberry plant. Cream comes from cow, so something with a cow theme. And that's where you came up with the hats.
What about the biscuits?
Oh,
I can teach a biscuit class.
Okay,
there you go.
there we go. We'll advertise Lynette's biscuit class. Make your own strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Make your own strawberry shortcake.
I can do the whipped
From
cream, too,
scratch.
Yeah.
Perfect. I can show
That
how
would
to
be a
do
good
the
class.
strawberries. That should be simple enough. I've done it once or twice.
So that
Cook
could
them
be
down
one,
with some sugar, right?
Mhm.
Easy peasy.
that could
You
be
don't even
one
have to cook
class.
'em.
You don't even have to cook them. See, even better. But yeah, no, I think it was very well attended. We got some pictures of us in the newspaper,
I saw that.
mainly me.
That was a good picture.
I saw that.
It was a good picture.
I don't remember, one of you sent it to me and I was like, oh, there it is.
Well, I'm glad everything went well, but I was really out of commission at that point.
There's no worries.
And we already mentioned about the funding and the grant. I'm also going to see, when I speak with Michelle and possibly Carrie, to see if we can get included into the regular town budget. So we don't have to keep going to the town meeting every year and saying,
Right.
can we have some money?
Yeah, I mean,
This
we have a
way
gift
at
shop.
least,
We can, I think, spare $1,500 for
Uh-huh.
the ad commission, especially with what we're trying to do.
yes,
It's all for the children.
for the next generation.
Exactly.
And then we can think also too about going out to the Boys and Girls Club too, at some point.
Yes, I know
That would
we
be
had
down the road.
talked about that before, and I know that's something that they were willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just learned that is it the elementary school has like a garden group.
Oh,
Really?
do they really? Do they have raised beds there?
I don't know much. I just chatted with a lady who she entered flowers in the Woodstock Fair, and she said because she's got younger kids, I think, and she mentioned it. So it was very brief, but I didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to follow up on that.
Yeah, that could be something down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we're focusing in on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, exactly.
the Apple Festival and the Ag Day. But no, that would be something good for the spring. You know, late winter, early spring, that we could start discussing and working on. And the other thing was, I haven't had a chance because, like I said, I've been out of commission most of the summer. And I haven't had a chance to start working on the agricultural recommendation pamphlet that we were talking about before, about, you know, like regulations that we suggest to present to the other boards in the town, and just have it available for anybody who has questions on, like, what size do I need for a cage for a rabbit? This is what we recommend. We're not telling people that they can do this. We're not advising them that this is the only way you can do this. We're just recommending different things. So that's the whole idea of this, and to get our presence known that we do provide advisory support to people. We don't vote on issues, but we can bring them to the attention of the Board of Selectmen. You know, so, I mean, we're kind of like we're supposed to be the liaison between the other boards as well, with agricultural matters. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this going. And any help you guys could lend to that, that would be great.
I'd say if we could draft up maybe something, I'm happy to pull it together into a pamphlet. And then I think what we could do is if Carrie could come to a meeting of ours, we could.
Or a couple of them.
but whatever meeting he would be able
Yeah.
to come to first, we could just tell him this is what we're planning to do. We could show him the printouts from the other towns, what they recommend.
Yeah,
And then just say, you know, if this is something that the selectmen would not approve of, but at least support.
entertain the
I mean,
idea of.
I don't wanna do it and then have it not be supported by,
Exactly.
you know. So if this is something that they would be supportive of providing and having here available in the town hall for residents, then I'm happy to whip
Yeah,
up a
well,
draft.
that's where I was going with it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
draft it up first
Yeah,
and give it
yeah,
to them.
yes.
Because technically, we are under the Board of Selectmen.
Yes,
So
yes.
what we do
Yes,
like that has to go through them usually.
yes.
So, we can do that. I'll draft it up, and
Yeah, if you
Now
need
that I'm-
any help, let me know.
now that I'm about 75% back.
Amazing. Well, yeah, if you need any
So-
help, let me know.
Okay, so that's about
Even if you wanna throw it
that.
in a Google document or something and then share it, I'm
Yeah.
happy to contribute.
Google or Word? Which one's better?
Google.
You could
Google?
do Google, cause then everybody could make edits to it at the same time.
Mhm.
And then we could transfer it into like a Word document, and then I could take it
Or
into.
save it as a PDF.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then print it up that way.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Who is gonna do the press release to wherever?
Do you have a press release from last year that we could just update?
Maybe. Do you want me to take care of that?
It's totally up to you. If you want to, you can, or if you want to send it to me and just send me the contacts, I'm happy to do it myself either. Whichever works.
Alright, let me see what I have.
And then I
Just
can
wanna
run
see.
from there and put up the stuff onto the websites.
Yeah.
So the Dudley Grange one.
I'm
and-
assuming what would send it to Webster Times.
Times.
Do you do it to like the Smart Shopper?
I don't think they've ever printed it. Webster Times is the
Webster
one that
Times. Okay.
tends to print.
Print. Yep. Yep. Okay. Take a look.
We're
If you need
already
anything, let me know.
in the last Green Valley, their Walktober
Oh, great.
stuff. Yes.
Oh, good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And we're kind of limited as to where we can actually put the flyers now. I don't,
Post office library.
that's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if we dropped them off at Nichols, if they would put any out. Or no, because it's not a campus sanctioned event.
Cause a lot of
Park and
the,
Shop had stuff hanging, I noticed,
really,
on the window going out.
they're starting
But
to,
I don't know if it was legal.
I can always ask them, you know,
Yeah.
I mean.
And I mean, Dippin has stuff hanging all the
Yep.
time. You get me a flyer,
But
I
it-
can throw
it's-
something.
Yeah, but it's very limited as to where we can post stuff now. A lot of places don't allow it.
Yeah.
I mean, Marty's will let you put it up in there. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, I don't know what Nichols does as far as
I just wasn't
newsletter
sure.
out to the students.
I know
or
that some, or I don't know if they'd even be interested.
Post office at Nichols, maybe? I mean, I know my daughter gets her mail once a month at college.
Was
Yeah, I was thinking more like a dining hall or
Right.
something, you know, like somewhere where these students have to go at least
bathroom stalls.
once a day.
Which event did we do? It was also Parents Weekend.
It was
at
this
Nichols.
It was this one.
Was it this
That's why
one?
I asked, because I remember we saw a couple people come through and we were like, oh, where did you hear about this? And they were like, we didn't. We're here for Nichols and we just happened to
Yeah.
stumble upon you.
I knew there were a bunch of parents that
I wonder
showed
if
up.
it's the same weekend. I don't have my phone to check, but
I can look.
because the
Yeah, so
weekend
that would
after
be-
is Columbus Day, and I don't
The
think they
weekend after?
do it. Yeah, that's why.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, yes, you know what I meant.
I did know.
But I think that's why they did it in the weekend September,
Mhm.
October, rather than the first weekend in October, because it was the 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
The first full weekend is the holiday weekend.
Let's see.
Yeah, that would be good, is if we could get something up for the parents, that they would know that's going on the same time.
So it looks like their homecoming is the 29th and the 30th.
Ooh, so that is the
That's
same
what
weekend.
it says. Yep. Says the 29th and the 30th is homecoming. Friends and Families Day is October 21st.
Yeah, so that might be good to see if we could get something out
Yeah.
to the parents that this is going on. You know,
I don't know who that would be.
I
I'll
don't
call.
know,
I'll call somebody at Nichols. I'll do some exploratory
do some research.
stuff, see if it's even something they would allow, or something that
Seeing that
they
we're
could throw up in there.
right next to them, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna create an issue with people trying to get to Nichols with
Yeah,
the
parking.
Apple Festival and the craft fair and us.
Yeah.
So you'd think that they'd want to let people know about it.
Yeah. I'll do some investigating.
Okay, you be our investigator.
I'll be an investigator.
So, any other topics of interest that we should look into, or?
I will
up?
brainstorm some class ideas
Okay,
for the winter.
yeah, we can do that next meeting, or the meeting after, whichever. Cause I don't plan on doing anything prior to Christmas, cause
Yeah, no, we
it's
can't.
too crazy. Everybody's all over the place.
From February to April, like
Yeah.
beginning of April is typically
Yeah,
A good
it's a
time.
good time, because people are getting antsy,
they get
they wanna
antsy,
get out.
they want to get out, they want
do
to see other
something.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's the way the Farmer's Almanac says this winter.
It's supposed to be bad. I picked my farmer's almanac up. I
Very
haven't read it
cold and
yet.
snowy. That's what the old Farmer's Almanac says. I'm hoping they're wrong, and we have a winter like we did last year. 3 snowstorms, and we were good.
Let's see.
But, that's all I have. So, anybody else have anything? Do you have anything, Victor? You wanna
We
add
ever
in?
talk anymore about working with the 2 schools, Shepherd Hill and
Well, we were just mentioning about that.
Bay Path?
Not so much with them, but like with the Boys and Girls Club and Dudley Elementary, you said that there was something. I mean, we can look into that more so, cause isn't there a new superintendent at Bay Path?
A new principal.
A principal? I knew there was
Steve
somebody new.
Packard. Yeah, he was at Charlton, one of the Charlton schools, and he moved over to Baker.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Weren't
can
they
always.
growing something over here or something, or?
No.
That I know
uh,
of.
No. And if,
Get a student or 2 to come to one of our meetings sometime and maybe have some ideas about something like this.
Yeah, I think if we could find if either have like a garden club or an environmental club or something like that, maybe that's something they would be interested in.
They have an Envirathon team at Shepherd Hill.
I know they have an environthon team, but do they do like an environmental club? Because I know the environthon is very, there's a curriculum to it. And there's a
One meeting we had somebody from Bay Path come.
yes, we did.
Are there some adult classes that have to do with agriculture up there?
I don't-
Anybody can apply to teach in the evening program.
Right, I was wondering if there's anything now.
I
I looked
didn't
in the
look-
program and I did not see anything. I know in the spring, usually, there is one of the Old Sturbridge Village people usually does a gardening something or other in the evening program.
I know about like beekeeping or something like that too,
Yeah, well, that's one of the people that this new person, Tyler from MDR.
Yeah,
had
he
given me some-
recommended the Worcester County beekeepers.
Yeah.
But they're, I'm sure you could get somebody that would do a talk, like, are you interested?
Scott Herbert?
Scott's so busy. He's such a busy guy. He sometimes comes over and checks our hives for us and we ask him questions. I know he's really busy, but, we could ask him, or I know there's Ken Wartrawl and he's the bee whisperer and I know he's retired now. So maybe
Well, maybe
that's
he
something
might.
that we could do if we could get an interest enough. I would wanna make sure there's an interest.
Yeah, we could send
first, but,
something
like,
out.
saying, you know, are you interested in beekeeping? Come with your questions, you know, we'll do a brief overview, and then if that's something that they're interested in, they could always sign up for the Worcester County Beekeeping Bee School,
Mm-hmm.
which takes place in the springtime, and I think it's only like $35. So it's.
Yeah, I mean, it
pretty
could be
affordable.
like the beginning of getting somebody interested
Yeah.
into it, what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's
And then
definitely could be
they could-
more beekeepers in here in Dudley. I mean, I know there's a couple now, myself included, but we all try to band together as it is to make it through and try to figure out
And
what our
this-
hives are doing.
Yeah, and there's awful lot of open space that people could put hives in.
Yeah, I think there's
You
a lot of
know, and-
misconceptions with hives too, but
Mhm.
also taking on hive is, you know, a serious thing, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to be
it's
able
not
to be
a-
committed. It's not a, as Ken always says, don't be a bee haver, you need to be a beekeeper,
Uh-huh.
and it's a lot of
Well,
work.
that's like any
And it's a
farm
lot of
animal.
money.
It's a lot of money. It is a very expensive hobby, and when you get stung in the leg a few times and stung in the arms and that, you really, you know, you wonder. You sit
Yeah,
there and you
and-
say, "Is this what I want?" But you keep doing it anyway because you love
yeah.
it, and there's no other.
And that's the whole premise of farming.
That's it.
You just keep doing it.
Just keep
It's very
going.
costly, it's very time consuming, and it does a number on you.
That it does.
But if you love it, you'll keep doing it. Right, Victor?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay,
Second.
that sounds good.
All in favor? We adjourn at 8:10.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Well,